Hello, 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 all my machine heads, and welcome back to Hastings, North Dakota, the 16x ginormous, huge, massive map. Fury's been busy. The last time I left you guys, it was 8 o'clock in the morning, and if you look up in the right-hand corner, it is now 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I played about 5 hours. As you see, I built some sheds, mowed some lawn, I got all the straw off the field, I got everything all set up, and I'm gonna go over some numbers with you guys. But before I do that, let me give you my answer. See, I gotta still level this, and that'll be fine. That'll be something I can do in the winter if I have to. All right, so I left you guys yesterday on No Man's Land, and I asked you guys, not a trivia question, but I asked you what your favorite map of all time was, and when you first fell in love with it, and if it's made it to several. My top 5 maps, and I'm going to go over them real quickly because I got to get to the next trivia question. My top 5 maps of all time are: number 5 probably will be No Man's Land. Number 4 will be Dark Forest from Farming Simulator 19. That was my all-time favorite. Very stable. There's a forestry map. Very stable, very flat, very little terraforming to do. Number 3 will be Old Family Farm from Mike Granger over at G&G Modding. Number 2, Meadow Grove Farm Extended from Farming Simulator 19. Iteration of Meadow Grove, the original, that came out in Farming Sim 15, Farming Sim 17, and 19. And from what I read today, it is coming out for Farming Simulator 22. Dun, dun, dun. That is my second all-time favorite. And number one is Jones Dairy from Farming Simulator 19. I had 2 Mike Granger maps that had made my top 5 of all time. Let me double check to make sure that I'm recording. I'm still going to talk to you guys, but the sound will go out for just a second. And yes, I am. I just wanted to be sure of that. The sound goes out when I check because it's on a separate screen. All right, so I'm going to go over some numbers. Let me head over with... Oh, look. Bought some new equipment, too. We had the harvester last time. We had our Fent. And I bought this just for Creighton Gaming. Dun, dun, dun. He's a huge New Holland fan, and I bought this New Holland T8. 435 horsepower, and it is a nice little tractor. I'm trying to get a bunch of different tractors because in my area, I asked you guys a couple of videos ago what tractors and stuff you saw in your area. And I got so many answers. It was absolutely fantastic. I want to give a shout out also to Triple D Honey and Grizzly Bear Sims and Creighton Gaming and Russell. They all voted on the cows, and I didn't get it last time. They all got it. Remember, the cows are between 1,500 and 2,000 pounds. And I just want to give you guys a shout out. I promised you that if I was late and I didn't get it, I'll get it on this one. We all knew I had my semi, so I got some leveling to do in here, but that's okay. I bought a giant windrower this time. Dun, dun, dun. We all knew that I had my Trex. Yay! Big M. And the big forage wagon that holds 50,000. And I built these 2 sheds, and we're ready to go. So let me go over, and I'll show you guys some numbers real quick, and then we're going to start harvesting that oat field right there. Let's take the New Holland for something different. I'm going to show you guys. Look at the computerized screen in the middle. This isn't in-game. This came with the game. And look, at it actually works. Ooh. I'm right on the edge of that. But what a nice looking little tractor this is. I'm going to stay zoomed out just a little bit for a while. All right, so we know that this gives you guys an idea of how big this map is. I mowed this entire thing off camera. Remember, last time I did 1 strip, and it gave me 50,000 liters. Now I'm going to go over some numbers with you. I'm going to show them real quick, and then we're going to start harvesting it. And then we've got to make a decision whether we want to, because, let me get quick on this. This corn is probably a month away from being ready, because, see, it's green on the top, but it's turned on the bottom. So these kernels are turned. They're ripe. It's the stalks that are still a little green. I'm going to have plenty of silage from the hay and the grass. Trust me. And I want to combine that field, and that field. My goal is to make a legitimate 100-acre field. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm going to do. Now, what I did with the hay, I turned it into hay, is I was alternating them just like the straw, put one in here, one in the regular silo, one in here, one in the regular silo. Let me show you some numbers, because I just got completely spun around. That was crazy. Okay, as you can see, I still have almost 100,000 liters of hay in here and 407,000 liters of straw. I had 500,000. But what it does is I only had 450, sorry, something like that. So I ended up with 1,000,000 liters of straw off one field, and I ended up with 200,000 liters of hay off just that section over there. I also wanted to show you real quick that one field. Let me grab my mouse. That one, which reminds me, where is my mouse? Oh, well, we're going to have to take it. If you look over time played, it took me 11 hours and 47, well, minus the 5 or 6 that I've been recording. So it was 11 hours and 30 minutes, basically, to get one field harvested, 53-acre field harvested, and the wheat and the straw cleaned up off of it. 11 and a half hours. Basically, one complete day you would be harvesting. But remember, that was at 6 miles an hour. So if you're harvesting legitimately at 2 or 3 miles an hour, I don't understand. All right, what's not working on this map? Something's not working. I can't zoom. I can zoom out, but I can't. It might just be me. It might be this tractor. I don't know. I'll have to look into that, because this is first in 12 hours of gameplay. It's the first issue I've had. And it was, I started putting these sheds down, and these are in-game sheds. I don't think they would be a problem. Anyways, let's park this, and we're going to get harvesting, because it's already been 15 minutes. Now, what I've decided to do, and then I'll ask the trivia. What I've decided to do is, shut that off there. Do a row and then pick up the straw, because that was horrible. That going back and doing it. But anyways, like I said, if we were going legitimate speeds at 2 to 3 miles an hour, that would have taken at least double. So probably 24 hours. And if you're harvesting 12 hours days, that's 2 full days just to harvest it and pick up the straw. But I don't know. We had a 60-acre bean field, and it would take us 4 days just to harvest it. But we also had a very, very tiny harvester. We only had a 5.5 meter header. This is 14. So big difference. Now I hope this isn't wilted. Withered. Oh my. In the time that it took me, this was ready to go. In the time that it took me to harvest that other field, this withered. Is this ready to harvest? Growing. Huh. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess we do some other plans today. I had planned on harvesting that. That changes everything. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. But yeah, we are getting some mass. I mean, I'm disappointed because that's quite a bit of oats that's gone, and this is why I think it's important that I get a second player on this map, because it's getting out of control now. Lost an entire crop. That was ready to go. That was ready to be harvested. I also don't like how unlevel this still is. Gotta fix that. Maybe we'll fix it right now. Put this back, do what we gotta do, then I'll level this a little bit, and I'm gonna have to go down and get my plow. Yeah, that's okay. Not okay, but it is okay. I don't have much of a choice. It's funny how fast 30 minutes goes. Wow, crazy. All right, so let me ask this trivia question real quick so you guys can get the answer. All right, so in 1812, we're going to go way back, even before Fury was born, which is crazy. Because, I mean, that's a long time ago. Back in 1812, the very first steam engine came out for agricultural use. What was the name of the first steam-powered engine called? What was the name of it? And what was it used in? What did they build it specifically to go in? 1812, the very first steam engine. They had a name for it. What was the name of it, and what did they use it in? What did they build it specifically for? Ready and go. A do 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 do. As I finish the Jeopardy song, da da da. Is that your final answer? I'm going to combine two games there. Video games, 2 games there. That's your final answer, and go. Now let me take a minute, and this is driving me insane. I'm gonna construction, landscaping, sculpting, leveling, and we're gonna go. And I'm gonna level the crap out of this. I'm sick and tired of it. Spin this around. Actually, you know what? I'll soften it, not level it. Otherwise, we're going to have problems out here. Get this all done in here. I like the sound it makes. It's like, oh, I also got, just so you guys know, I spent a lot of time too getting No Man's Land set up with my Terra Farmer. Yeah, getting excited. I used it. I put some rocks in our lime maker. Now that should be better. There. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, there we go. That's much better. All right, so we got. Let's see how much time we got. We got about 15. Why is that? Didn't I? Oh, because that's why. That's why I got to play an hour. Let's head down, and we're going to buy our plow. Subsoiler. Because I'm going to... I was like, why has that been a half hour already? Hasn't. It's going times 2 speed. It's only 15 minutes. See all this grass here? We're going to add all that in. We're going to add it to our field. This is the disadvantage. Now, what I also have made a decision on this map is if I'm not going to be able to get anybody to help me do some fields, that's perfectly fine too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get multiple harvesters going. You know those sheds back there that I just leveled out? Okay, so the red ones that I put down were $74,000 a piece. I sold those back. Those ones that I just put in are only $20,000. So I gained $100,000. That was nice. Then I bought the windrower, and what else did we buy? My truck's still sitting down at the shop. Let's get this going here so that we can a little quieter in here. It's funny because out here I keep hearing like a traffic and trains. There ain't nobody around me. So how's everybody doing tonight? I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. I'm doing fantastic. Dun, dun, dun. I'm going to get that longer and longer, Triple D. I'm going to get it longer and longer every night. Till you'll turn on the TV and you'll see man passes out in his living room trying to do a entrance from holding his breath so long. Oh. But yeah, I'm starting to get excited about No Man's Land again. Once we got the Terra Farmer, I keep wanting to say Terraformer, but the actual name of the mod is Terra Farm. And you got to do a little trickster. One of these days I'm going to throw a, what do you call it there, a mod review into it so that you guys understand you've got to extract it and then you've got to zip it back up into its own file to put it back in the game. It's tricky. Anything you get from GitHub is the same way. What happened with the GPS, because in 19, if you guys remember, in GPS you had to do the same thing until they decided to fix it and put it into the mod hub. You have to do the same thing with like I said, anything from GitHub, with the exception of the, I also put in, I got rid of GPS and I put back in the vehicle control mod because I don't know. GPS works great. And give me 1 second. As I was driving by this earlier, I should have made that my farm. It's pretty much already built out. It reminds me, this map does, of Midwest Horizons. Remember that? The 4X map that the guy made and several different iterations of it. It's insane. What was I talking about? Oh, the GitHub stuff. Yeah, so it's tricky. So I'm going to do a mod review, not a mod review on that. And I want to apologize. There was well, the profile pic is a young lady, but I don't know if you're a guy or girl or kid or what. I'm not quite sure, but they asked me for a mod that I had done a mod review in 19 of Jeffrey's, a good friend of mine, Jeff Stainer, his mower. I don't have that mod anymore. And I want to apologize if you're watching this video. I don't have it. That mod is released on Arsene Software. If you go to Arsene Software, I think it's Facebook. I'm not quite, don't quote me. That was a long time ago, and Fury's brain isn't what it used to be. But I don't have that mod anymore. It was I love the mod. Jeff makes absolutely fantastic mods. Absolutely fantastic. And it all works. Everything works fine. I did a great review on it. The only problem that I have is, for me, it's a little too small. It's only 2.1 meters. It's great for, like, mowing around, like, the house and stuff like that. But the maps in 22 are just big. Big in general, especially this one. So my apologies to you. I don't remember your name, so please don't be upset with me. I don't have that mod anymore, so I can't get it. Only thing I can do is direct you in the spot that you can get it from. The guy's name is Jeff, and I think you're public, and I think it's on Arsene Software. That's the name of his company that he does. Let's get us our 9 meter, as we always do. Now, this is going to take a while. So what I may do, in fact, I think I'm going to, is, yep, no, wait, yes. We don't want the lizard. We don't want a 4 meter one, do we? We want a 9. Let's go Fent color, because this is going to match this one. And I don't want this. I want... Nope. There we go. Resembles more of a new And then what I'll do is off camera, I'll come down and I'll buy one for the New Holland. And I'll make it blue, and I'll get 2 people plowing. My nice truck. This Dodge Ram. A couple of videos ago, I put a link in the description for this one. This is off King's Mods. This Dodge Ram 1500. It's nice. I keep picking the red because I like it a lot, but you can pick any color you want. Tailgate opens. It's got a lot of downforce, which is what I call. It's great for pulling. The one that I have on No Man's Land, the one with the big dualies, that doesn't have a lot of downforce. Doesn't have a lot of pulling power. That one there, the mod author made it like a tractor. It's got the weight of a tractor, so it can pull pretty good. And that's why I brought it to the store, because I thought, well, if I got to drive to the store, then I'm going to need something faster. But I think I'm going to download the mod from the Mod Hub store deliveries. I love this map with a passion. I mean, with a passion. Ooh. Let me do this so I don't crash into anybody. Look how vast this is. I mean, as far as the eye can see is farmland. So I think I'm going to download the mod from the Mod Hub called Stored Deliveries, which it'll charge us, but it'll deliver it to our farm. Now, it may be a pretty penny to deliver it. I don't know. They go by how far it is. But since this is a 60, I don't even know if it'll work on this map. May not work on the 16x map, but we're going to try it because I spent, let's see, it was 15 minutes when we started. Already 7-8 minutes just driving to the store to pick up one implement. So I would recommend this map for a bunch of friends, a bunch of people that just love big scale farming. Absolutely massive scale farming on a massive, as you guys can see, everything can be combined, and especially with this new terraforming that we got in 19 and now we have it again in 22. If I don't like that water, I can terraform right over it and get rid of the water. Am I going to? No, because I like the look of it. I think it's great. But you can. So you could take all these trees. You know darn well somebody's going to come up with the remove items. You'll be able to remove these items. You could make this map one 16x wheat field if you wanted, or 16x grass if you want to mow into your heart's content. Like I said, guys, it was 8 o'clock in the morning when I left you guys last time, and it was 1 o'clock. So I played, seeing as how it's times 2, I played about 2.5 hours off camera, and 90% of that was still picking up that straw. And yeah, because we were at 9 hours before. Yeah, about 3 hours is what it's been so far. So it's this map here absolutely would represent the super realistic farming. You can understand now why it takes farmers so long. It's just massive. Look at that. Like, and I have my draw distance to 200, and I can't even, like, the horizon. I can see the horizon, but I can't see the end of the fields. Same thing that way. I mean, just my little one field, 53-acre field, took me 12 hours to do. Oh, it's just insane. I still can't believe that field wilted. They were both ready, and what I should have done is been smart, put workers on both of them. Should have did the headlands on both of them, as I try to represent my headlands. Should have done headlands on them and then turned 2 workers apart, but I didn't want to buy 2 harvesters. Harvesters are expensive. But as you say, as my dad would always say, you live and you learn. You know, there was a famous Creedence Clearwater Revival song back in 1967. I'm showing my age here. Okay? 1967. I remember the song when it came out. The song was Someday. And if you ever get a chance, Google it, YouTube it, do whatever. It talks about, you know, when you're young and you're following your dad around and you're helping him with tools or whatever you can relate to. Your dad looks at you and he says, you better learn quick and you better learn now, because someday you'll understand. And then the song goes on to say, someday never comes. And it doesn't. I'm still learning. All right, so we're going to leave just a little bit. Let's get this started here. Get this down here. Turn this on. Now, watch this. Get to a square. And we'll do this. And we'll go. There. Now we'll make ourselves a straight line. We won't get in our road. We'll go right to the edge of the cornfield. Look at the plow texture on this. Pretty cool. It kind of upsets me that I got to plow this in, but hey, I'm not getting any rocks either, am I? I don't know. Maybe there's no rocks in this field. Not gonna. I might have them turned off. Do I have them turned off? Sometimes I turn them off because I used to get frustrated with them. Fieldstone's on. Nope. If we don't get any stones, then we don't get any stones. I should, though, right? Remember, this is a 16x map, so it might not even be set up for it. But there's a lot of terraforming that I can do with the Terraformer. I could actually just do that and get me some stones. Now, for now, let's just go. We'll get up here. Go around in the corner here. And because I don't want square fields. We'll add this together later, but let's just go like this. There. Just so I can have enough space if I do decide to harvest that. The worst thing is, what I don't understand is this wilted in, it must have been at the last stage because it literally wilted in one day. I'm only on day 2. So it must have been at that point where you had to harvest it. Yeah, I'm not getting any rocks, but is it going to break my heart? No. See this little 9 meter, you can actually go right along with it. We'll get up here for a second and let's stop here for a second and see where is our where's plowed? Plow time 2 minutes. Plowed hectares or acres, 1 point almost 2 so far. I want to keep track of how many acres we make this field. Just one little pass already is almost 2 acres. That's insane. Couple more minutes here. See the difference? Oh, wow, that field's weird. All right, we'll stop there. Let's see where we're at. 1.96, literally 2 acres. All right, everybody, so we're going to finish this up. Crop destruction's on. That's cool. All right, so without further ado, make sure you look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's family. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the new subscribers. Welcome to the family. Be sure to like and subscribe and share, share, share. Please enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you're watching this. And as always, Fury Machine will catch all of you guys on the flip side. I'm going to go ahead and grab my screenshot now. And I'm sure you guys heard that. And without further ado, Fury will catch everyone tomorrow back on No Man's Land. Dun, dun, dun. Have a great night, everyone.